Craciun.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, that's not my place there. No, I'm not comfortable sitting there, so please allow me to sit here. Can you hear me? Yes. Well, let me rephrase it. Politicians, do you hear me? This is a message for Romanians, for citizens, but also for politicians. Maybe more for politicians than for citizens. And I'm here not as a leader or as a representative. There is not such a thing in the public square. Please accept me here as a storyteller. I will bring you some short stories from Piața Universității. And even though I'm here with you, my heart is with them back at home. Some of them protesting for 2 weeks in a row at -15. This is the place, the public square, where Romania's democratic conscience is right now. So please join me in saluting and applauding people who restored Romania's faith in democracy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are difficult times when a country doesn't trust its politicians and trusts its citizens. It should be trusting both. And this is the main message from Piața Universității. We want to trust politicians. We want to trust democracy. We want to trust public institutions, but don't make it so hard on us. I have witnessed a little miracle in Piața Universității. People came together, from students, activists, people who were pensioners, retired people, people who worked in the corporations, they're having a lot of money. They all came together and they sang together. Because it's not that simple to say, we don't want the current government to go. Of course we want the current government to go. This is an immediate and necessary change. But you also need more profound change. We don't want to change just the holders of power to have the next year the same situation. So, dear politicians, from the government or from the opposition, please listen. For once, for a change. Let's cherish this moment when politicians listen and citizens speak. Dear politicians from the government, dialogue doesn't mean to send combat troops, beating up people, crippling them. This is not dialogue. This is not democracy. This is not something that you should defend. This is something you should be ashamed of. You and people who decided that. Opposition parties, this is not so easy. You might be happy that people are on the streets, but maybe next year they'll be there if you win elections. Please listen. Listen to them. I have witnessed a small miracle. I have said that. People from all walks of life, as we say, coming together and finding something to bind them, a solidarity, a need for change, a need for voice. Let's not stop that. Let me give you an example. People who are supporting football teams, they are the hooligans, they are the beasts. They were portrayed as such by the media. I discovered that they are normal people, young people, having studies. I've discovered civic activists and ecologic activists after days of sitting together there, people from football fans, they were cheering for the activists. The pensioners, they were cheering for students, and the other way around. All the voices, for example, and this is a very good test case for our protest, all people, even if they didn't hear about Roșia Montană Gold Corporation criminal project based on cyanide and corruption, after days of protests, all together they sang, "We don't want it. We want cyanide, but for dictatorship, not for our democracy." And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, because probably Eastern Europe, New Europe, needs a spring, a democratic spring. After 20 years, people don't trust democracy. No one, or almost no one, is willing to defend it. Maybe after 20 years, we need a spring, a democratic spring, and it will come. It will come if you keep ignoring people. It will happen as in Spain, as in Israel, as in the United States maybe. People from Eastern Europe, they are looking at Bucharest. We have friends in Serbia, in Bulgaria, in Hungary, saying we should do together something like this. We need change. So I don't want to add too many things. I'm just saying this. For 2 weeks in a row, I'm there in the public square with people I didn't knew before. I told you, pensioners, even homeless people. They come there and protest without us. I have lost my voice several times, but I have gained up hope again. Thank you very much.
Mr. Craciun, you just invented a new way to address the European Parliament. I congratulate you for that.
Maybe he needs one.
You probably have a bright political future. Your name